Hello everybody, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel, and this is my weekly deck review. So in this video I like to go over what decks I've been working with this week. Usually I have a dedicated tarot and a dedicated oracle and talk to you about my experiences with them, and then I will share with you the decks I'm going to be working with next week. So I'm going to just jump right into it. Oh, actually, before I always say that, and then I never really jump right into it. But anyway, so I am having a really good weekend. My sister is here this weekend, and we are about to go to a couple of local metaphysical shops and check out some crystals and maybe some tarot decks. And I'm just having a really lovely weekend. I had to share that with you all. So now then, I want to jump right in. This time I mean it. So this week I have been working with, I've been working with the Journey to the Hidden Realm. There was a little bit of debate about what the box versus the book on this deck says, and I meant to grab the box and totally forgot, but the book does say Journey to the Hidden Realm. You guys, I am almost hesitant to put this away this week, to the point where, I can't even find my words. This deck was such a happy surprise that I don't even know where to start. I'll start showing you cards while I babble at you. Where can I hold them? There we go. So I saw this deck a whole lot on YouTube videos. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, I'm not so sure this one is for me. It's all faces. I know it's Fae, but I was just, I've got some glare. Sorry, there's a window in front of me. But you know, sorry, you can hear some household noises because things are happening here. But okay, so, oh, there's that cute little hedgehog again. Okay, so here's the thing. The first time I did a draw for this card, and I looked up what it said in the guidebook, which is usually what I do the first week I work with a deck, is I spend a lot of time with the guidebook. I didn't get as much time with the guidebook as I really wanted this week, which is part of why I'm hesitant to let it go. So I might be rotating this back in sooner than later. We will see. Or I might just read the guidebook through because it's amazing. So this guidebook, I don't even know where to start. So I knew I would like a guidebook by Barbara more because her guidebooks are always really, really great. And this is also really beautiful. But it is unlike any other guidebook I've ever seen, and I should tell you what I mean by that. So in every single card, you get a couple of pages. And on this side, you have the divinatory meaning. The rest of it is a narrative. A narrative. So I'm going to pull a card. Actually, I'm going to show you a card that I pulled this week on my Instagram, and I'm going to read you what it said because it was really freaking powerful. And it was the Ten of Swords, which is normally a card I do not want to be pulling, but it made perfect sense to me on that day. And I was able to get so much intuitively out of this card because of the narrative, because it gave me so much to read between the lines, and it was really powerful, story, and it drew me right in, and you guys, I don't even know where to start. I've never seen a guidebook like this. Usually it's all meanings and, why the artist chose stuff, which I also really love, but this was just story and then a divinatory meaning, and it was, okay, I'm not going to be able to find the card. I think I passed it. Where is she? I know she's in here. I probably just, in my excitement, flipped right past. Oh, there she is. Okay. And these cards are so memorable. If you pull a card and you read the story even once, at least for me, you're going to remember that story. I keep stopping because I'm literally speechless how much this deck surprised me. So I'm going to pull up, I'm going to show you the Ten of Swords, and then I'm going to read you what it says. I literally did this with my sister last night because I was so blown away. Okay, so there she is. Clouds. Oh, I'm touching the microphone. That's probably really bad. Sorry. Okay, let's try this again. Clouds, red, gray, and black, fight in the sky. Thunder shakes the earth. Lightning slashes the sky. Smoke slithers through branches and standing stones. The air looks, sounds, feels, smells, and tastes like the end of the world. Animals, birds, and fae rush about, confused, searching for the cause, wondering how to set things right. But things have gone too far. There will be no setting things right tonight. No, tonight it ends, here, now. Let's see if I can get her to focus. The jumble of sounds and shapes ceases. The world is suspended in time, and a hush falls over the earth. There we go. Expectation and anticipation eat up the quiet and leave something more frightening, more dreadful in their path. Just as the tension is about to split reality like a rent veil, a scream slices the silence and brings the rampaging chaos to life again. From nowhere, everywhere, her face is there, right there. Nothing exists but her scream, her eyes, her will. The great goddess Morgan, the giver of war and death, bearing her gifts of glittering madness and sharp, blood-tipped blades, makes her pronouncement. This is over, and with one slash of her sword, it is. Silence. I mean, the whole guidebook is like that. The entire guidebook, the whole guidebook is like that. Every single card pulls you into what's happening in that moment, the moment captured in the card. What? So gonna have a hard time letting this go. Following that, there is a divinatory meaning, which I will also read so that you're not left in suspense. Life can get hard. Situations can get so bad that you wonder if you can take one more catastrophe or even one more minor accident. As frightening as the Morgan might be, and as harsh as her gifts might seem, blessed relief follows in her wake. This card is a culmination and a completion. It promises an end to suffering. And if the end doesn't come on its own, the advice to you is to channel the Morgan. This will be over when you decide it's over. Ending something may not be a pretty roll, but in many ways it is one of the kindest. Ten of Swords. So powerful. No words. Which is terrible because I'm trying to make a video and like words would be helpful here, but I don't have them. And the whole thing, like every single card that I drew, the story was just as powerful, but in different ways. And the author, Barbara Moore, did an incredible job capturing this deck. It is unlike anything else I own. There is no way that this isn't going to become a favorite. If I had to do tarot knockouts again, this would rise to the top so fast simply because of its unique voice. And that's not easy to do when we have a sea of decks available to us. So this, oh, my heart. I'm going to rotate it because I really want to work with other things too. But this is probably coming back before spring because, oh my god. I still haven't found the perfect bag for it, by the way. So I'm still working on that. I will keep you updated. If you do not have this, like, you have to check it out. I'm sorry to enable you, but, like, you have to check it out. Have to. Have to. Well, you don't have to. Not really. I don't really want to boss you around, but it's worth it. So, the Oracle deck I've been working with this week is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. I do not have a copy of the map, the book that inspired the deck, but the guidebook that comes with this is beautiful on its own. I don't feel like I'm missing any pieces. It's quite hefty and thick. And you get an upright and a reversed meaning, plus a little, like, phrase. See if I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. A little phrase on this side. Yeah. You always see my head peeking around because I'm, like, neurotic about making sure you can actually see stuff. The guidebook's very, very well done. The artwork on the cards is really pretty and vibrant. I do use reversals with decks with Oracle decks like this when I'm reading for myself because I like to look at both light and shadow, and I don't trust myself not to be completely biased and not look at the shadow even when it's needed. Pulled some really cool cards this week that were very appropriate. Sorry, I know the glare is terrible today, but it is morning and there's sun. So there you go. Anyways, I always enjoy working with this deck. It's probably the first Oracle deck that I really had no beef with, like that really flowed well for me that I picked up. So really glad. It was a great purchase, happy with it, and definitely would recommend it. Good messages. Oh, and it's balanced. That's what I meant to talk about. This one talks about, again, both light and shadow for every single card, but also there are cards that definitely lean more shadow, cards that lean more light, that look at difficulty, that look at, you know, so it's not an affirmation or like hug deck necessarily. It's very, I feel it's very neutral. So it pairs well with just about any other deck in my collection. So it's very versatile. I love this one. I need to do I need to do Oracle Knockouts next. That is definitely on my list. I want to do an Oracle Knockouts, maybe a Lenormand Knockouts, but I only have like 4, so maybe not. But an Oracle Knockouts for sure. This is a good one. So, coming up, oh, and the tarot cloth I was working this week, some of you noticed on my Instagram, was this really lovely one that Peggy made me It's got all this lovely writing on one side, and then the other side is a black velvet, so it's reversible. I really enjoyed working with this one. Okay. Next week, I am going to be working with this, I want to show you the right side of the bag, because look, is witches. So next week is my Everyday Witch Tarot. This is a strong favorite already. I don't ever just pull it out for this season. I love it year-round, but it's great for fall and fun. So I'm excited to be working with this one this week. I forgot to grab down the guidebook, but I remember liking it. I can't remember the author, though, off the top of my head, so I'm very sorry. But I will talk about it again next week when I give you my thoughts and my review. I'm going to have cards sliding because I'm stacking them on my laptop. I'm going to pick those up now. I edged this one in a blue to match the backs and picked like the perfect bag ever for it with the witchies flying through the air. Thanks again to Peggy for always letting me raid all of her creations. Oh, my nose is itchy every time I come on camera. Okay. You guys are probably going to get sick of watching me rub my nose. Okay. The Oracle deck I'm going to be working this week. I just did an unboxing of. And this is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle by Terri Foss and her daughter Sarah Foss Robinson. I had to look at that. I'm really looking forward to working with this deck. It is gigantic. I'm super sad when I found out that this came out actually in a tarot-sized version. I didn't know about it then, so I did not get that version. But these cards are quite large and a bit unwieldy. I am deciding that I'm going to round the corner, so I'm probably going to work on that this weekend at some point, or on Tuesday maybe. We have a long weekend this weekend for Thanksgiving, so we will see if I get around to it. But the cardstock is really nice. Like, it's a really thick cardstock. And it doesn't, I mean, I think it will shuffle well if I can figure out a good method. But I'm probably going to do something with this one where I literally sit on my bed, which is where I pull all my Oracle cards for the day anyway, and just like, whoop, fan it across the bed and just hover my hand and like draw that way, because I haven't done that in a long time. The backings of these cards are the moon phases, which I love. These photographs, I guess, put together were taken by Terri Foss's daughter, and then this artwork was done by Terri Foss. And this deck came in beautifully packaged, so thoughtful and loving the way that she put it together. It felt really special, and I'm super grateful to be working with this. And I think with the pointed hats and all, it's a really good pairing for the Everyday Witch. So I'm excited to be digging into that, and I will let you know my thoughts on how it served me as an Oracle deck at the end of the week. And lastly, the tarot cloth that I snapped up from Peggy the second she had finished it. It's so cool. I was with her when we found this fabric, and I was like, you have to get this and make me one, and then make one for the internet. So I think there's one on her shop if it's not scooped up already, but it is this loveliness, and I may be tempted to work with this for the rest of October. There are all kinds of really neat bits on here. Like there's this bit here that says, let's see if I can get the old woman who rode on a broom. Then there's a bit here that says, Old Mother Twitchett had but one eye and a long tail, which she let fly, and every time she went over a gap, she left a bit of her tail in a trap. It's like so like witchy and awesome. And then the backside is made out of the same fabric as the bag I chose for my Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle. So that is very exciting. So yes, I don't know if I'll part with this until the end of October, but we will see. It's perfect, and I love it. I love it. Plus, I love that it's reversible. Like we have like a fun pattern on one side and then like a solid-ish on the other side. So that's very exciting. So this is what I'm going to be working with this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back on Tuesday with an unboxing of the Witches box, which is my first ever Witchy box subscription unboxing. So I filmed that. It will go up on Tuesday. And Peggy and I will be back on, let me think. Peggy and I will be back tomorrow to choose our winner from the 25 wacky questions. So you will be watching this video, if you watch it right when it comes out, on Sunday. And so if you haven't yet submitted your 25 wacky questions, please do, and make sure I'm tagged. I will try to do a quick check of anything that I haven't already seen before we do the draw so that everybody gets a chance to get entered in. I know to expect Stephen from Sound of an Ocean Wave. Please tell me your name is Stephen. I hope I didn't mess that up. Very embarrassing if so, but pretty sure Stephen. I know to expect your video to come out sometime this weekend, so I'll be watching for that. And until later, I will see you all again very soon. Bye!